the process, one of the reasons, the primary reason for the process is to be able to change. Because until God gets you to think the same way He's thinking for you, He will fail in your life. Everything He planned for you will be immaterial. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know, God speaking, for I know the thoughts I think towards you. It is the thought or plans of good and not of evil, to give you a future and an expected end. But look at our life now. Do we look like the people God is thinking for? Contrast. Kai. Sir, I saw Jeremiah 29:11 for the first time this month. I've been reading it. I began to think, he brought it. He said, check it now. My thought for every man you see on earth is this: prosperity, good health, breakthrough. He said, but how many are living like that? I look around. I say, even me, I'm not there yet. He said, yeah. My thought for your life is immaterial without your thought aligning with my thought. Hey, when it comes to your life, the most powerful and important thought is not God's thought. It's your thought. When it comes to your life, the most important thought is not what God thinks for you or about you. It's not what Satan thinks against you. It's not what men think for you or against you. It's what you think that you are. You are not what God thinks you are. You are who you think you are. You are not who Satan thinks you are. You are who you think you are. Hey, you are not who your enemies think you are. You are who you think you are. You are not what your friends and loved ones, well-wishers, think you are. You are who you think you are. Oh, this is an irony of life. I say, God, why didn't I see these things years back? And I didn't see it because that showed the state of my thinking that time. You see, when your thinking begin to come up, you begin to see revelations in a different light. Spiritual growth is something else. Because spiritual growth is not prayer. The first catalyst for spiritual growth is knowledge. Then prayer. Balance it. Somebody shout glory. So, you can only sit together with Christ in heavenly places in your mind. That is in your thinking. As long as you live on this earth. Yeah. In other words, you can only sit with Christ in heavenly places in your mind. In your mind. So it is only in your mind, which is in your consciousness, that you can sit with Christ in heavenly places. As long as you still live on this earth. Please don't eat. Don't ever think one day you'll be praying and you just see yourself like, no. As that you are praying, place your mind. I am seated together with Christ. As you press on that thought, hold it. Sir, it become a reality on it. Any devil that see you, run. They just know you are seated together. Far above all principalities and power. It's not by confession alone. It's not. It's not. Somebody shout glory. The second scripture. In 1 John chapter 5 verse 13. This thing have I written unto you, that you may know that you have eternal life. Excuse me? How can I have eternal life and they have to remind me that I have eternal life? Do you know what is eternal life? How can I have eternal life? Eternal life means God is in my inside. So how can God be my inside and they have to remind me? Well, you didn't know the truth, Eli. If they have to remind me that I must know that, hey, God is in you, then it means God being in me is immaterial until my consciousness about the God in me arise. And my consciousness about this can never arise until I start thinking like that. Why do I need to know that God is in me? Because until I know that God is in me, I cannot think like that. And until I think like that, it will never be real in my lifetime. I will die as if I was godless. This is why people carry God to be Apollo and sit down and drink themselves to stupor. And they wake up and be singing Doromi, singing nonsense. Yet, God is in them, but dead. Why? Because they don't think like that. It is your thinking that activates the reality of the God that is in you. Kai! Did you hear Mr. Chimoso this morning?